just for read on the Lakers roster since since he's so hyped.
I got you. I pulled up.
Say the first name. All I need to hear is the first name.
No, say it.
Say the first two first names. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Say it.
Man, you see what happened? They got smackballed.
They did.
in the
They did.
first
And whose
round.
fault was that?
Who?
The Lakers.
The whole organization. So it's not about the teams. It's not about the players, man.
Now you don't want to blame the GOAT.
We got Luka. You got
Luka!
You got Maxi Kleber. You got Rui Hachimura.
Rui!
You got Austin Reeves.
Austin!
Gabe Vincent.
Oh my gosh! Come
Jared
on, man.
Vanderbilt.
Jared! Lock up!
Connect 4. Dalton Connect.
He was looking ugly this summer.
He was. LeBron James.
Man, you know what time it is to go.
The son, Bronny James. The Father, Son, the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Getting better. He getting better. my boy getting better. You feel me?
He had a better summer league this year. Jordan Goodwin. I don't even know who that is.
I think they cut him for smart.
This may be an updated. This might not be an updated list because it's off of Basketball Reference and they don't be updating their stuff a lot of times. Jackson Hayes, DeAndre Ayton, Adu Thero. I don't even say the names main, and then Trade.
Look at that. See, you don't even know if you're saying the names right, and you're talking about taking the Lakers over the Clippers.
I'm for sure
Stop it.
taking Lakers over.
Oh, and then they don't have it on here, but Marcus Smart was added on.
Marcus Smart's a great pickup.
But that was a good move.
Say something.
That one was a good move.
Say something.
That one was a good move.
And we're still trying to get Drew. You see the reports?
Drew who?
Drew Holiday?
There's no way.
Hey, we will be back.
No way. He's
I promise
Dame got him. Dame's gonna be Dame's got him now.
If the Lakers get Drew Holiday, we're gonna do an emergency TUF Takes podcast.
Yeah, make sure you bring me on because I'll apologize. Bring me on because I will apologize. Other than that,
That would make him nice though.
Drew ain't going to play. Drew ain't going there.
If it's
He knows he's like I gotta play defense. And I got to play defense for Luka.
So hold on. Hold the fuck on. All right. No more Luka defensive slander after that stat that came out last series.
Thank you.
In the championship series.
Thank you.
I don't want to hear it no more because this motherfucker SGA, which is supposed to be Mr. fucking double, Mr. fucking both sides of basketball,
yeah,
Mr. Two-way, was getting blown by more
than Luka was.
And statistically proven, Jay. This is not no fucking shit I'm making up.
I can pull stat up if you want me to. I can pull stat up. And also too, I just want to defend my boy Luka real quick. We also know that playoff run it was in the scheme for Luka to get blown by.
It was in the scheme
for him to get blown by. That was
him to
part
pick
of the
up
game.
The corner after he let that motherfucker.
Okay, well wait. Is it proven that was in the scheme for OKC? Because you can look at that data too.
No, it was not. He was just straight.
How do you know?
He wasn't picking nobody up. It was just straight mix-ems. Fucking
I highly doubt it because the defense was number one.
Yeah.
And they're not letting nobody
from October to June. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Okay, but what's the difference?
He was the weakest link.
Wait. What's the difference?
What do you mean? What's the difference?
OKC won the chip. That was
they had better defensive players.
Yeah, better defensive players.
Okay.
We're talking about individuals.
And
right
they
now.
also play a far inferior component compared to what the Mavs played. The Mavs played a historical team in the Celtics.
Don't get Jay started that. But listen,
I'm just saying. in terms of Pacers versus Celtics, which team would you rather play the 2023 Pacers or
Haliburton was blown by SGA. What are we talking about?
Or 2024 Pacers
with a bum ankle, blown by that motherfucker. Mix them.
Because the reason why the Mavs lost in that finals is because, like you said, better defensive players, and Celtics had a better defensive team in general as well too, and their players actually.
The reason why Indiana lost versus the Celtics last year is because Haliburton was hurt.
Yeah.
So, just why, you can argue that's why they lost this year.
Yeah, but we're talking right now, right?
No, his question was, who would you rather, because he said they
a 2023 Celtics or a 2024 Pacers team. Who would you rather play?
Who do I want to play?
Who would you rather play? If you have a basketball team, who would you rather play? Sure, let's go with the Mavericks.
The Pacers. I want to play the fucking Pacers. 1,000%.
Even though I ain't gonna lie, even though matchup-wise, the Pacers don't match up well against the...
No, we're talking about that year, though.
But yeah, I know.
That year, in particular, no one was beating that team. No one was beating that Celtics team. The year they won, who was beating them? Please tell me.
The Pacers.
No, they didn't, though.
They didn't because the same reason why, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't
say that if Haliburton's healthy, the Celtics beat the Pacers beat, but there's a better chance.
There's
a better chance.
That's what I'm saying. Because
I think the Pacers get 2 games.
That's what I'm saying. The difference is that the Indiana Pacers returned to the Eastern Conference Finals.
They did. They got back.
So and Haliburton was actually there.
Was healthy and they got to the finals.
So
That's fair.
that's why. And Boston had the same team, and they got smackballed by the Knicks.
Jayson Tatum tore his Achilles.
Yes, but
Wait, he tore his Achilles.
What are we talking about?
It was
We're the same shit you're talking about. Haliburton was hurt. Jayson Tatum was hurt.
They were fucking down 3-1.
They were down 3-1, yeah.
Before he tore his Achilles.
2-1. Let me defend the Celtics fans. They were down 2-1, but there's 2 minutes left. They're down by 10. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they're about to go down 3-1.
So for one, let's not act like you niggas have never seen comebacks within 2 minutes before. That we've all seen that shit.
Yes,
happen before.
I agree, but
and the Celtics are built for those type of comebacks.
But JT had 40 at that point, and they were still down by 10 with 2 minutes left.
Thank you.
So,
and they had the best fucking closer in the game, and Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So for one, that doesn't mean they weren't going to win the series, though. Like that, just because you're saying that does not mean they weren't going to win the series.
That's exactly why they fucking won the series.
Teams
Boston was up 20 points in game 1, and Jalen Brunson, big body Brunson, he did it twice in game 1 and game 2. What the hell? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
now it happens.
No, but I'm saying leads are lost in the NBA.
But I'm saying if you go down 2-0 in your home court, to me the series was over when they lost both games.
Yeah, it seems like that. You can't say that until it's in. Everyone's seen a series where the team comes back.
Let me put it like this.
Okay,
Hold on. Even without Jayson Tatum playing, they still fuck around and won Game 5, and then they lost Game 6 in New York.
Time out.
So
with that being said, Kristaps Porzingis also wasn't healthy.
I agree.
We're forgetting that caveat in there also. So it's not like the same team was healthy that entire fucking time.
No, I agree.
Casey literally played like one game. And they couldn't breathe after 2 minutes.
Kristaps definitely
and
traded
he's
his soul in for that ring.
Defensive on point and offensive.
But my thing is the point about the whole JT thing is just I don't know if it holds that much weight because the Celtics still won. And the Celtics actually had a losing record when JT was playing. They were 1-2 when he was playing. So then they turn around
that is a very small sample.
And they went, but in that series alone. And then because he was there for the 20-point blowouts both times. So you have to ask that holds some weight to it. I know the sample size itself
is fine. So if we're talking about
for
the
half
team,
of the series he was playing, they were 2.5 because he didn't really play finish.
Achilles injuries because he said
because about Haliburton. I know.
But in general, that team was hobbled.
I agree.
It was not full.
I don't know if they're hobbled. They
weren't hobbled.
Outside of KCP, who else was held?
Yeah, Porzingis was.
KCP, sorry.
Brown was also very injured. It's like
everybody is fucking injured.
Luka
when it comes
was very
to the
injured that
playoffs.
entire playoff run.
But that's the point, though. That's literally what I'm trying to say. If we're talking about
the
team beat that fucking team, of course. If the two best players are fucking hobbled, like two of their best players are hobbled.
But my point is that Indiana made it back and Boston didn't.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Hurt.
What the fuck are we talking about?
They were hurt.
No. Boston didn't get back because New York beat the shit out of them. Like, what are we talking about?
They lost JT.
They lost.
After the first two or KCP,
okay,
bro.
They lost JT. They lost JT late in the series, and like I said, even whenever they
wasn't playing the entire.
Whenever JT went down, they still won
Game 5.
He
wasn't playing.
Wait, he was sick before the playoffs too.
So that means he's not. So that means your team doesn't have one of your best.
They
players.
were favored.
They were favored.
They still should. Yes, they were favored. That doesn't mean you're still supposed to win. Favored doesn't mean win.
The team also still won without JT. I feel like that's a very important fact. They won in Boston Game 5.
Yes,
and then
they fucking did.
Turned around.
1,000%. You're supposed to win.
Turned around.
You don't have your fucking best.
But the whole point of and this is just me. This is what Boston fans always tell me back in the day. Oh, the whole point of Boston is they don't need JT. They don't need JB. Their roster's so deep that if
who says that?
Boston fans. And if one guy goes down,
talking to fans. That doesn't count.
If one guy goes down, the squad.
So when you mention something about the Lakers, you're a fan. So
absolutely.
Gotcha. Okay, keep that same energy. That's all I want to know. Keep that same energy.
That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. It's all good and fine. And it's all fun and games. But at the end of the day, that's fan shit. You know, but y'all know that. Like at the end of the day, you know that the Lakers on paper aren't good. I can be a fan all day. If you see that the Celtics are missing their best center, sick, not playing, or whatever, and Jaylen Brown is literally forcing himself to play. I forgot what his injury was. I know everybody's hurt in the playoffs, but he had a legitimate thing where he was supposed to be sitting and forced himself to play. Okay, same thing that all these other players. What is it true or right?
Jalen J-Dub had a fucking something in his wrist and for OKC, and
Luka
he just had surgery.
Luka was literally wrapped in bandages.
Yes, and then he got that's my point. Like you can make excuses all day long.
Excuses. It's not. I'm not making.
Yes, you are. When you that's an excuse
to me.
You're talking. So you're saying the reason why the Celtics lost to the Pacers is because Haliburton was hurt. I'm literally using your same point that you used.
Okay.
For you.
I say that. Okay. Let me rephrase it. It's not the reason why, but what I'm saying is that because you were saying that nobody was beating that Boston team, and I was like, I beg to differ because if he wasn't hurt, we don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Fine. I'm using that same argument. For fucking KP
I will say,
and JT.
I will say it's a little.
No, but the only reason why I say that is because like there had been, like you said, it was a small sample size, but the sample size was there that when they had them, they were still down 2-1, going down to 3-1. Yes. That's the difference. They didn't have because Haliburton didn't play. I don't even think Haliburton played at all. He may have played game 1.
No, I don't think he played at all.
Yeah, he didn't play at all.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. That's the difference. If somebody's not, if you don't have
JT played for borderline half the series, you could argue.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Did KCP?
KP did not play. No,
he did not. That's it.
But I don't think. But I still think the Celtics with JT, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, what do you call it, Derek White, all those guys.
They were a championship team.
They could still beat. They should have still beaten that Knicks team. Everybody
should have. That's different from having your full team.
Everybody,
I hear what you're saying.
Everybody and their mama thought the Celtics were in that series.
That's fucking fine. That's great. I hear what you're saying. At the end of the day, using your same logic, they still were not whole. They were missing their best 5-man. He literally.
I get you.
Hey, hold on. Let me say this.
But he played.
No, he didn't.
He didn't play. He didn't play that one game.
Please tell us. Let us know.
I'll look it up.
How many games did KP play?
I'm gonna look at his play.
How many minutes did he play?
I know he played a couple of games. When
KP was
if he played. No. Like if you dress up and you play, rather you play 1 minute or you play 20 minutes, like nobody gives a fuck. Yeah. You played. That's how it is. You consider that you played. I don't.
Jay,
no.
If you play in a game with your bum ankle and you get crossed over, are you going to say my ankle was fucked up?
No, I'm not. No, because I fucking went out there and tried to play. No.
I guarantee as soon as somebody starts talking shit, you'll be like, man, with my
not in the fucking playoffs. No.
All right, we have some developing news. He played all the Orlando series. He played 20. So this is his minutes from Orlando. Game 1, 25. Game 2, 33. Game 3, 34. Game 4, 22. Game 5, 21. He played game 1. He played 13 minutes in game 1 against the Knicks where they lost in overtime. And then he didn't start, but he played. He actually played majority of the series.
That's what I'm talking about.
He only started twice out of those games. He started game 1 and he started game 5. Mm-hmm. But he played 13 minutes.
That's why I'm the old head.
13 minutes, 14 minutes, 19 minutes, 24 minutes, 12 minutes.
Take a picture of that real quick.
No, but why was he only playing 13, 14 minutes?
Probably because he was unrestricted, injury-wise.
No. I get that. But if you play,
no, I agree.
Nobody gives a fuck.
That's fine.
If you play, nobody gives a fuck.
And he played.
Haliburton didn't play. I don't think Haliburton played at all.
So if that's the case, I'm gonna use that logic again. Your team still lost to that Celtics team.
No, I'm not. It's not the same logic. This is why
because KP played.
Just check and see if Haliburton played any of that series.
I'll check for you.
And then if that same logic applies, Haliburton has to play. So if Haliburton played, then yes.
I'm pretty sure he did not play, but I'll check for you.
Yes, he may have played the first game, and I think that's when he tore his hamstring. He may have.
Because I remember him being on the sideline, but I think that was for game 2. It could have been game 1. Let me look real quick.
If that's what I'm saying. So, but if he didn't play at all,
are we talking about last year?
Yeah,
yes.
The year the Celtics won the finals against the Mavs. That year, I'm pulling it up right now. Sorry, playoffs. Let's give me his full. All right, he did play.
All 5?
Not all 5. He only played the first 2 games. 40 minutes the first game, 28 minutes in the second game. The first game he had 25, 3, and 10. And
did they win that or no?
No, they lost.
Oh, what?
They lost that game, I think.
Swear to God.
Because that's the one that Jaylen Brown had that corner.
Swear to God, they lost the game?
They did.
Wow. Did they win this game? It was a gentleman's sweep, though, right?
I think it was a gentleman's sweep. Let me look at the actual
Did they win the game when he wasn't playing?
Let me check. Let me check that real quick. Let's see.
Yeah, they did. They won game 3.
They won the game that he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Wow.
They won the game 3.
Hey, but
won game 3.
Porzingis played the entire series and they lost. So
basically, we're null and void then.
What are you talking about? No.
Your logic and our logic are the same.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Oh wait, no, they got swept.
Swept.
Completely.
So if they got swept, then they will win a game.
And he played 2 games.
Yeah.
He played. So Jay, by your logic, he played 2 games. They still fucking lost.
So what?
So
No.
the Celtics are a better team. They're going to win regardless. So the whole point of this was the Celtics were the best team that year. No one was beating them. Even the team that you said should have beat them if Haliburton was healthy. He played. If he played, no one gives a fuck. He played 2 games. They still fucking lost.
They did lose.
So that's my point. And when Casey, my whole thing was, you said Casey he played. He played.
He played all 5 games. He played all 6
They
games.
still lost.
Yes.
Fine.
Okay.
And he was hobbled. He wasn't his same person.
No. They didn't. No. So that's why we're null and void, and that's why we part ways. Because he played the whole series. The whole series. He couldn't. What's his name? Didn't play the whole series. So it's a difference. It's a difference if you play the whole series. No, I know. No, I'm not. I'm not excusing that they lost. What I'm saying,
if Haliburton would have played more, they would have won.
No, if he would have played, first of all, if he'd have played all 4 of them, all 4 games,
they would have,
and they lost, I wouldn't have said shit. I wouldn't have said nothing.
I think the Pacers had Haliburton stayed healthy that year would have won probably like 2 games.
Yeah, they were. That's
how the argument on your side. I think the Pacers still lose.
If that's the point you're making, I agree. What I'm saying is that the same team who had Haliburton half that season or whatever, they got back to the Eastern Conference Finals, and the team that was favored, who you keep on making all these excuses for, did not. That's the point I'm making.
Excuses are extremely valid.
No, they're not. They're not.
Injury matters.
No, it doesn't.
Because Porzingis played the entire series. JT was out for the last 3 games.
You know why injuries don't matter?
Or 2 games. I feel like when you're going injuries, you're kind of splitting hairs at that point because you're kind of doing my dig's bigger than yours type thing. Where it's like, yes, KP didn't play. He played the entire series. They lost. JT played for 3 of the 6 games, or 4 of the 6 games, 3.9 because he didn't play the last 2 minutes. 3.9 of that series, and they still lost. So it's kind of like you're splitting hairs at that point. Both for injuries, but I would argue that the KP one isn't as bad because he was still giving you minutes, and it wasn't like he was giving you 5. He was giving you
15 a starting center.
No.
Is
so
crazy.
24 minutes. He had 20. His highest minutes was 24. His lowest was 11 and a half.
For a starting center,
but he's still
you're starting center. But my point that I was trying to tell you guys, when KCP is healthy, he is literally per minute the most scoring player in the league.
No, I agree. He's nice
per minute.
Whenever he is healthy,
every time he touches the ball, he scores 1 point every time.
Yeah, because before that, in the regular season, 24, 25, 27.
Him, he gets a mismatch. He's scoring every time.
I agree.
That's what the Celtics are giving up. On
but
top
the
of
Celtics,
one of the best rim defenders in the league.
The problem with the argument is this whenever you can debate it off is based off team. That Pacers team had no chance of beating that Celtics even if they were healthy. That Celtics team even hobbled, even with until JT getting hurt, okay, you can start arguing then. But at that point, they were down 3-1. It was a long shot regardless. Even if JT was healthy, it was a long shot regardless. Before JT got hurt, everyone and their mother thought Celtics were going to gentleman sweep or sweep the Knicks. No one had the Knicks winning in 6. And then the Knicks come out and fully healthy in terms of roster-wise. I know KP is hobbled, but fully healthy, blow 2 back-to-back 20-point leads.
It's not.
At that point, that's where the context comes in. That's where the context come in. At that point, the series, the momentum's on their side. They win 1, there's a chance, and then they lose a pivotal game 4. Even if JT was healthy, that game was wraps. That series was wraps. So it's a little different because there was a chance that the Knicks, or there was no chance with the Pacers, and the reverse side should have happened again. There should have been no chance. The Celtics should have walked the Knicks. But the Celtics always play with their feet.
Why do you think? Why do people think it should have been a walk? What's wrong with the Knicks? Why should that have been?
The Knicks were a nice team, but
Knicks were 0-11 going into the
against the Celtics and pound for pound, the Celtics were the Celtics a better team than the Knicks on paper. Do you think the Celtics were a better team than the Knicks?
If they're healthy, yes.
Okay,
no. Stop saying if they're healthy.
And that matters.
But they were though. The only person they were missing was KP. But
missing and healthy are 2 different things.
But that team, okay, well, he was half. Let's say half. He was half. But even so, that team pound for pound
before that.
Yes, the team. He didn't play a full series before that.
My point. That's what I'm saying. Like you're bringing that point in, but like when you played the full series before that,
25 minutes, 33 minutes, 34 minutes, 22 minutes, 21 minutes.
Yeah, like that's literally why he was playing less minutes because he was sick, bro. Because he had a fucking respiratory.
No, but that team.
I'm not denying that.
But even in his game, when he played 26 minutes, he had 6 points. When he played 34 minutes, was it? Yeah, 34 minutes. He only had 7 points. So it wasn't like he was hooping too against the Magic as well too. He had a 20-point game, a 19-point game, and he had 10 rebounds.
Did you watch those games?
I did watch those games. I actually did.
Did he look like he could breathe?
I mean,
Motherfucker
nigga was
You watch
still-
those games? You watch all those games?
Motherfucker could not
Versus
get up
the
in there.
Magic?
I watched those fucking
the
games.
nigga was still playing 30 minutes though. So even if he
Just
couldn't
because-
breathe,
So people are dumb. People are fucking stupid. They will play through injury. I'm
I
one
get
of
you.
them.
I get
It's
you.
Not. It's not smart to do. Doesn't mean you're fucking supposed to fucking play well because you're on the court. You know that.
Yes.
If you play
Yeah.
play through an injury, doesn't. I'm not supposed to be. That means you think that you're better than the person on the bench. Whoever that option is, you.
No,
as,
that's
you
not.
injured,
No.
The coach thinks that
No.
you, as a fucking injured
No.
player, is better than whatever
No.
option they have on the fucking bench.
No. So if you this is the thing, and this is like I said, the old school mentality. Because if you play, nobody cares. That means if you're out there dressing up and you're playing, like nobody. Rather you know, the dude from the Knicks that hit them 2 jump shots. KD before he like if you're out there, you're playing. Yeah. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
You can bring up all the excuses in the world. If you're out there, nobody cares.
Yeah.
You can like no because
It's
you're
very
out.
easy to say that. Like, I
No,
get
but
it.
that's the truth.
it's the truth.
That's
I
the
ain't
truth.
gonna lie.
Nobody cares if you're
Because
out
he played
there.
injured, but he still played
You're out
33
there.
minutes.
Have
of
you
injured
ever
time.
played injured?
I have played injured before, yeah, but back when I played football.
So what happened when you played injured?
I mean, yes, it's definitely harder to play for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
On the outside, as people, as fans, especially other opponents' fans, it's very easy. Like, who he fucking suited up? Of course. The point is, we're talking about legitimacy in winning, legitimacy and how we get the fucking job done, and how we're
that's what
supposed
you're
So, a
talking
prime
about.
example.
That's what
when
you're talking
people
about.
when people talk about you're supposed to beat that team, when you say that, you're thinking of 100% healthy team. When you
No,
say
you're not.
that,
I'm not.
No, you're not. No, you're
Personally,
not.
I
So
personally
you're
still
telling me-
felt
so
yes.
time out.
I
So,
personally still
fully-
felt.
So no.
Yeah, go ahead.
If it's the Warriors, and every person on their team is at 50%, they're still supposed to win. 2017 Warriors.
no.
If injuries
Yes.
don't matter, and it doesn't. If
I'm
you're
not
on the court,
saying
it's
I'm
the
not
court.
saying injuries
No,
don't matter.
you're changing the context.
Yeah, I'm not saying injuries
I'm
don't matter.
not. I'm
I'll
asking
get
a
you.
different
I'll get you.
question.
I'll give
We're
you
on a whole
clarity.
different question.
I'll give you clarity. I'm not saying the injuries don't matter. I'm saying in that context of that series, Celtics versus Knicks, the injuries that the Celtics had should not have deterred them from winning that series.
How do you know?
Because when KP was hurt, they were up 20 and they blew a lead. I don't care.
Twice.
Twice.
That's
what I'm saying.
Jay,
That
hold
happening. Okay, time out. Happening once, cool. You have a bad day. You let them sneak up on you. Twice
Look
on your
how-
own
look
home
how
court.
often people lost 20-point leads.
I
in the
get you,
fucking
but
playoffs.
if
it happens
I
every
get
game.
you. I get you.
No one's holding on to a 20-point lead in the league.
I get
Name one
you.
team that's holding on to a 20-point lead in the league right now.
Okay.
Name one team that's holding on to a 20-point lead in the league right now.
In the playoffs, all right, I'm not. The reason why I'm not going to answer that question because
The Thunder
that's
did.
huh.
No,
there
they
you go.
don't. They lost the lead against Denver. They had a 20-point lead against
Yes,
Denver.
but they
lost
also-
that shit.
But they won the series.
That of course they won. That's not what I'm saying. They lost. You lose leads. You gain leads and lose leads, especially.
Yeah.
So
in the
are
NBA,
you are you arguing that basketball is a game of runs? Well, I'm
Yes, that's what he's trying to say. That he's literally saying that they were
But
up
I'm-
by 20 and lost the lead.
I know,
Who cares?
but I'm saying-
No,
every
you-
team
but I-
loses.
but I-
a
No,
point.
I bet you know who cares? Boston because they lost.
But that ties.
That's who
The reason
cares.
why I brought that up. That ties to my point of a matter of that team was better. Like they were able.
because
were,
they got a 20-point lead.
no
and came
because
back?
they were.
They were favored.
They were favored, and on paper and in totality, that roster was better, and that team was better. The Knicks, the only reason why the Knicks won that series is because they got a surprisingly early 2-0 lead and held on to that momentum. Because the Celtics choked, they played with their food too much. They did it last year too. They played with their food too much. I betted on them all year long to sweep every team they played against, and they always gave up 1 or 2 games because they play with their food all the time. But the Celtics did not.
And they still won though, right?
Yeah, that series.
No.
That year,
back
yes.
in the past
And those were the
playoffs,
teams that they should have beaten, yes.
and they still end up beating them.
And they should have beaten the Knicks, and then they didn't. They said they let their foot off the gas too much this time, and they ran into a better opponent.
JT got hurt.
They ran into a better opponent. No, they ran because even when JT was playing, they were still losing with JT.
Just like you said for the last series when you were betting on them, they had
Yes.
the whole full team. They still lost games, right?
Yes.
So that means they can lose. They're able to lose games.
I'm not saying the problem if they're losing. I'm talking about the fact that team should have beat that
Why
team
are you
should have
confused about what he's saying?
that
not
team
confused.
should have beaten the Knicks, and there
Yes,
was
you are.
there was very clear signs that they were the better team. It's like with football, any given Sunday, they let their foot off the gas too much, and they let the Knicks creep back into it. On paper, a real, or how you want to say, real championship team, or however you want to do it, they don't lose those games. You don't blow just one time. Like I said, one time's cool, one time's fine. You blow a 20-point lead, but twice back to back in your own home court where you play your best basketball. The Celtics play their best basketball at home. I'm sorry, that completely that's a different perspective from KP or from the Haliburton point earlier. It's a different perspective. That Pacers team had no shot, had no chance of ever. So even Haliburton plays, like I said, I agree on that point. I think Haliburton, even if he's healthy, they win maybe 2 games against the Celtics, 1 or 2, because there's a couple close games in that series. The reverse side was the Celtics off rip were the better team. They were the better team. They were supposed to win that series 100%. Yes, JT got hurt, but even before JT got hurt, they were already messing up and not being themselves. So it's a little bit different of a context.
I agree with that point. I'm not saying that point.
I know. I'm saying the context.
You just said the playoff series before.
It's the context, though, about it. That's what I'm saying.
If the context is they lost games.
Yes, because
in the Knicks series, they lost games that they should not have lost. The year before, did they lose games that they were supposed to lose?
Yes, but the games they lost, they were already up like 3-0 or 2-0. It's different context because they lost the first 2 games, 20 points at home.
When you're up 3-0,
when you're up 3-0 and you lose a game,
and you lose a game by 20 points, it's like, okay, I'll just win the next one.
But you start off. But you start off.
They lost the first game in a couple series also though.
Because they beat the Cavs. I know the Cavs.
Was it Magic?
This year.
No, this year they didn't.
No, they first game against
the Magic.
Was
it Magic? No, they didn't play the Cavs. The Cavs,
it's not the Cavs then.
You just throwing stuff out there.
They beat. They were up 2-0 when they first lost to the Magic. They're up 2-0. And then they won the other 2.
What are you doing that for? You haven't made no points so far.
No, I have made some points. And plus, he's been making the points for me. Like I don't gotta say
context.
nothing.
It's like I say, it's the context of the injury itself. The Pacers had no chance.
What point did he make for you?
So, because he's talking about when you're talking about.
What point did he make for you?
I'm about to explain. You want to cut me off like you did? That's why he's in the vote.
I'm gonna make sure you understand the point.
It's on the vote.
What point did he make for you?
Because he's talking about when he bet on them last. Because you were talking about how they always blow 20-point leads. They always blow 20-point leads.
You said every team blows.
Every team blows 20-point leads. And so he's saying, like last year when they were blowing those 20-point leads, they were up 2-0, up 3-0, and then when they thought they were going to sweep them, they would come back and they would lose. This year, that same strategy didn't work. And that's what I was talking about. It's like, so if you're favored and you keep on going by KP was hurt, and that's what I'm saying, you're changing the narrative because you're like, well, KP was hurt. I was like, they were still down 2-0.
They're still down 2-0.
with him playing.
Yeah.
He's like, well, if your team is healthy, then I go. So I keep on. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to put in context of the point that he made because you asked the question. I said, so when you said, I said KP was hurt. I was like, it doesn't matter that KP was hurt because in the playoffs, like, first of all, if you play, like, nobody gives a fuck about your feelings. You're like, if you're out there on the court, that means you're good enough to play. If you're limping around, if you're breathing hard, whatever, if you're out there, that nobody cares. That means you're good enough to play. And if they know you're injured, they're going to attack. If the ankle, they're going to attack. If your wrist hurts, they're going to slap at your wrist. It doesn't matter. If you're out there, they're going to play. So with KP having those problems or whatever, being healthy, they were still down 2-0.
And
they blew 2-point leads.
Yeah,
they blew 20-point leads.
Yeah.
When I'm saying what you're saying, like it's the same thing with Indiana, I'm like, it's not because Haliburton played the first 2, he got hurt, and he wasn't able to finish off. Now, because my thing is like, at least Indiana got back. Because if Boston was to get back and they played again this year, especially that the run when Indiana was gone, because Indiana was the second best team in the league all the way through January, all the way up to
post All-Star break.
Post All-Star break, all the way up to the finals. So even though Boston would probably been favored, Indiana would have given them a better run because they actually had their full team and they were healthy. Meaning, like, yes, what's his name's Cav was hurt or whatever, but they're out there playing.
Yeah.
KP is sick, but he's out there playing. So like,
so you would get to
so then this debate would be like, if they beat him again, then okay, yeah, boom, you're right. The better team won. But my argument is that Indiana made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And they made it to this year. And Boston didn't even get a chance to do it. And your argument is because they were hurt. And I was like, no, they weren't hurt. They had their full team. It doesn't matter if they're healthy or not because they played. They had their full team. Yeah. And then JT, even though we got hurt, they were already down 2-1 and then down 10 points, and he got hurt, and he made it 3-1. Dropping the 40 ball.
Because I'll agree with you. Post JT hurt, that's when I feel like, okay, yeah, they were hurt. I can get behind that. But before that, even though KP was hobbled, they were still a very effective and good basketball team. They just got done gentlemen sweeping the Magic. They had came into the series both games up 20. They blew those leads. Okay, cool. The team was still hooping. You're not injured and then go up 20 Like that's not how it works. If they were what you're talking about,
they were up 20 the first 3 games.
Yeah. If you're talking about the way you're talking about how they were injured, they weren't at their full strength. I don't think they would have ever been up 20 against the Knicks team, because the Knicks team was the hardest competition, the hardest comp they played since, I would say, like in their entire playoff run from last year to this year. That was probably the hardest comp they played, was the Knicks. So I'm not saying the Knicks were trash or bad, but that they still should have beaten that. I mean, we see it all year long. The Celtics were a better team than the Knicks all year long. So going into that series, even though they were hobbled with KP, they still should have beaten that Knicks team. Now, post JT hurt, okay, we can talk then, because losing JT is big. So I get behind you on that point. But before that, they were already struggling and losing against that team. So I don't think.
What was the score at when JT went down?
It was I can look it up. There's a
like
screenshot.
101, 90.
Yeah, they're
like
down by 10 or 8, I think, with like a minute or 2 minutes left.
99 and 90. They were down like 9 points.
Yeah.
So it's not like they were winning and then he got hurt. They were losing.
Yeah, they were losing. I'm saying they were losing. He was dropping 4 and they were still losing. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't know if I would say that they come back and win that game.
So if JT doesn't get injured and they come back and win that game, that changes both of your guys' narrative.
Yeah,
right?
if somehow JT never got hurt and they win that game and it's an even series, it's not 3-1 anymore. Yeah, that changes the entire series, because then they go back to Boston. You win that game, you're up 3-2, and then it's completely different. But they started off that series really poor, having none of the momentum on their side. They lost their first 2 games at home, and they did it in a horrible fashion. So it's like. That's why I was kind of like.
And I like to argue the reason they started off so bad is because KP was on bullshit.
I personally don't think.
Please put that in the comment. Do you think the reason why the Boston lost that series to New York was because KP was sick? Please put that in the comments.
Let me know how you feel.
I need to know the answer to that. I need to know.
Come on, guys.
I'm looking it up right now.
I need to know
to see exactly when. Oh, here's a picture. It was good. So there was.
Nobody was even talking about that.
It was 111. So there's about. It was 111 or 113 to 104.
That was the final score.
Whenever JT got hurt, it was 104 Boston to 113 Knicks with 3 minutes left in the game.
3 minutes.
3 minutes left. Yes.
I think I can smell a comeback.
So a 9 point lead
from 9 in 3 minutes.
I'm just saying.
Did you not hear the argument what I just said about Big Body Brunson was the best closer in the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, I hear you.
That's the reason why they lost the first 2 games.
And also too, like I said, I'll go look at the box score for that game too. But I'm pretty sure JT was the only.
You guys got it. This was my whole point. I was trying to let you guys in.
I know.
So
I'm messing around. I just like getting up for he's get pissed off.
But here's the thing. Both of you guys are basically saying it's null and void if JT plays or not. Like there's no way. Like they could have came back from 3 points. They were playing so badly. There's no point. There's no way.
Not that they were playing so badly. I just don't think
Knicks
even if
had
JT
control of that game.
Yeah, I don't.
They
think
were playing in the Garden.
Yeah,
Knicks had control of that game. They were up 9 points.
I agree, guys. I'm agreeing with him.
Yeah.
You guys have both seen shit happen before where shit flips completely.
So to give me more clarity. So since JT was here's a quarter split. Celtics came out hot, 39 in the first. Knicks only scored 28. Second quarter, they both scored 23. Third quarter, the momentum of this game was pointing towards the Knicks anyways. The Celtics only put up 23 points. The Knicks put up 37. Mm-hmm. And then the end of the game, 28 to 33. I don't know how many points were scored after JT got hurt, but the momentum seemed to be going the Knicks' favor.
They were down now. No, so I agree with. So for example. Is there could have there been a comeback if there was a comeback?
I agree with that.
No.
So it's too cut and dry for me. That's all. That's the only thing I'm arguing right now. Because both. But
why are we arguing hypotheticals?
It's not hypothetical.
I'm not saying it's not possible they could have come back from that 9.
What you guys are saying is
because if you just said that you watched the Orlando Boston series. If you watch that, if you watch to your logic. If you were watching that Knicks Celtics before JT got hurt, did you think that Boston was going to win that game?
Yes.
Oh, you're crazy.
1,000%.
Did you think they were going to win that game?
No, I think when they went down 2, I thought the series was over personally.
But that's what I'm saying. That's hypothetical also.
No.
That's the same type of hypothetical thinking I'm using.
Well, because the reason why I felt that way in the first place was because I knew, regardless of what happened.
I'm just talking about game 4. I'm just talking about game 4.
Game 4 in general?
Okay,
yeah. Did you think? That's what I'm saying. Just game 4. Like,
game 4. Yeah.
Did you think? He thought Boston still was going to win. Did you think Boston was going to win game 4
in the
watching
Garden?
That game?
No, only because from what I felt was no matter what happened in Boston, the Knicks were splitting in New York for sure. They're going to split in New York. They always play better in New York.
I did
and
not
they
think
had already
lost.
New York. They had already lost game 3. So in my mind, I was saying Knicks are going to win game 4. They had to.
So, if that's the case, then we're all saying the fucking same shit.
We're not.
You think that they were supposed to win or so my whole thing was I did not. Let me get myself. These guys got me. Jay has me flustered. Okay.
With facts.
How? How is it facts? If you're both saying the series was over off of my eyes.
No.
You're both saying that.
I
You're
didn't-
both saying they both lost a 20
I said
point
that.
lead.
I said
You're
that.
also saying they lost a 20-point lead and they have the closer of the fucking league. That's what you're saying. You're saying that they were to close the game
Are you
out
not
because
listening
what
to
you
what I'm saying?
you literally just saw. If you watched the game, did you think they were going to win? You're using your eye test, and I hear that. I'm doing the same shit. If JT we've seen JT in the playoff series go crazy. He had 40 with 3 minutes left. I would bet my dollar that they would have had at least a last second chance to tie or win the game. That's my entire point. You guys are just making it seem like the game was over because of what you guys saw. The momentum-wise, momentum changes.
I agree.
That's
Momentum changes.
That's it. That's all I was trying to say. You guys are 100% correct, and your points that you're trying to make, cool.
He just wanted to get his point across.
But that was what I was trying to do this entire time.
I got it. You just want to get your point
This
across.
entire time-
However,
This entire time, that's what I've been trying to do.
Yes, you want to get your point across, but
Yes.
your point was pointless.
But momentum-
How?
Because the reason why your point
You
was
guys are
pointless.
using the same
No.
logic, though.
No. This is what I'm saying because you just said that you watched the Celtics and the Magic series. I didn't watch 1 minute of that thing, but I watched Game 4. I'm not even talking about the series. I'm talking about Game
Yes.
4. I'm talking about only specifically Game 4. And then when I watched, like right before they got hurt, Knicks had control of that series. Now,
I'm not
could,
arguing that.
so could Boston have came back? They could have,
That's
but the
all
way
I'm talking
but
about.
the way the Knicks were playing, I
Yes.
did not see them losing that game.
So before
they were up 9, and
To give
they just turned the ball over right when he got hurt.
To help with your momentum changes a lot. So when the fourth quarter started, it was 85-88. Knicks were up by 3. So it was a close game. It kept going back and forth for most of that game up until right before JT got hurt. And I don't mean right before, like a whole 2 minutes before, the Knicks had already started a run. So the Boston scored 104 at hold on, we're back that up real quick. It was 99. Boston hadn't scored for about a minute. But the Knicks because it was 96-98. The Knicks went on a smaller run, got it to 99-102, and then the Boston finally scored their last to get to 104, and it was 104-105. From there on, the Knicks started pouring it on and got to 113 right as
It
he
was
got
like
hurt.
2 turnovers back to back.
Yeah, so it was kind of like in totality was kind of like a 99. It was kind of like a 5-14 run, 14-5 run. So the Knicks were already on a run in general before JT got hurt. That's why I feel like the game was kind of already over. They were pushing 2 minutes, which we all know within. You have to get once you get it under 5 minutes, you want to make sure you're around 10 range. The Knicks were already pushing towards going up double digits before JT got hurt. So momentum-wise, I felt like that's what I'm saying. I felt like when I was watching the game, I was like, the Knicks are going to win this. Even if JT never got hurt, I felt that way, just because the Knicks had already were starting to pull away from them. Before
And the
JT got
way
hurt.
that they were playing.
Yeah, I mean Brunson finished with 39, so he was closing out in that game.
He's going to close out.
No,
I'm not
so
arguing that.
I'm just saying the way that what I remembered is that like Boston was making tough buckets,
Yeah.
and New York was not.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if you can read that with that, but that's just how I remember it. It's
It
like
shows me what shots, but I can't. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
like-
shot, 20-foot 3-pointer. Like I see that. but-
yeah, so that's what my point. So if you're making, like they ain't gonna tell you contested all that stuff. But
Exactly.
my point is like
Guys.
Boston felt like Boston was
This is
making
why
tougher
we do
buckets.
tough takes.
making tough buckets.
Now I will say,
This is why we do tough takes, right? All right, because everyone thinks they right. You know what I'm saying? And there can only be one right. All right. And luckily, it's the guy who edits the videos.
I'm crying.
You feel me? Luckily for me, it's the guy who edits the motherfucking videos. I'm joking. I'm only stopping this because we got to go. And I know we're a little past time. I don't think I lost this one. You know what I'm saying? That's just
I
my
think you did.
pride speaking. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, though. You know what I'm saying? The comments going to let us know. The comments going to let us fucking know. And if you don't let us know, I'm going to delete the motherfucking comment. All right? I got the power around
especially
here.
when he's saying he's leaving all pro tone comments available. Any anti-tone comments.
Yeah,
would be
the
deleted.
anti-tone was like he is bugging.
And
I'm telling you, those anti are gonna get you more views, so you may
Fuck
want to
the
keep
views.
them.
it's about pride around
He
here.
wants the views.
Fuck the views. It's about pride around here. Joking. Guys, this was dope. All right. We got to do it again. We will make sure Tone is here on time next time, and we'll get a little bit more time to talk about stuff and all that good shit. You good over there, Isaiah?
I'm straight, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Of course, always.
You wasn't on my side at all today.
Was not.
We're gonna
Sorry.
talk about.
He was
that
on
later.
facts.
We're gonna talk about that.
Lucky
There was
we didn't get
barely
to-
any facts spoken today.
He's lucky he didn't get to the Bron Farrell tour. He would have really mad at me.
Hold on, what time we got? How much time we got? I always got energy for that. I always got some energy and time for LeBron talk. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck is you talking about? Anyways, we will be back next week. Can you make next week? Tuesday?
Cool.
Can we do Tuesday? We'll just do this every Tuesday.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best way to do it. We'll be in the other room though. All right, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. I need it. We need the subscribers over at TUF. As soon as we get more subscribers, the better the content gets because then I don't have to edit everything. You know what I'm saying? Then we can afford some editors and shit like that. Jay, please let us know what else you got going on Instagram and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, at Jamar Warren. Just follow me. All social media platforms. You know.
Basketball guy. If any of my basketball guys watching, if you need a trainer, if you're in the Dallas area, Jay's the guy to hit up. Isaiah's our resident Dallas hoop head. The Gauntlet. Make sure you go follow him.
Please.
And everything he got going on over there. It's your boy Tone. Follow me on all my shit. You guys probably already know. I'm a little exhausted now. I've been yelling this shit. So it's your boy. Doses.
We outie.